I'll be here worshiping all of the days of my life. I'll be here lifting hands, even when it isn't easy. Oh my goodness, God is so beautiful. He's so sweet. Okay, what do I want to talk about? I need to spill it, okay? I'm gonna spill it. Just take a chill. Just take a deep breath and just hold on. Okay. So God has been on a different journey with me. I said that before, right? And then lately, He's just been putting me on that place of I need to study the word. So He wakes me up at night and just says, study the word. And I have just been obeying Him. And then lately, He will be like, okay, I was supposed to study one chapter per day. And then He's like, Anita, can you stretch on a bit? Do two chapters. Would you want to wait until tomorrow before you know what will happen in the next one? And then when I was reading Acts of Apostles, it's like, Anita, don't you want to know what happened to Paul the next chapter? I'm like, yeah, I want to know. So and then I continued reading, and then sometimes I read 4 chapters, 3 chapters a day, and then but the good thing, I think he intentionally wakes me up earlier because if he wakes me up late, I'm gonna be like, I have work because I'm a workaholic. If you like, call me that. So and then I started to study, and I study almost every day, and then I studied 2, 3 chapters. Remember, I told you he said do hard copy. So I have just been studying and all of that. Um, so he's just been dealing with me, and then he's like, I need you to study this. So I started studying, and then while I was studying the word, so I got into the book of Romans. So while I was studying the book of Romans, I think I just read my first chapter, and then um, I don't know, like I got into bumped into a preaching, and then if a man of God was preaching, and then he started to preach righteousness by works. So everything I was hearing him say was righteousness by works, and I'm like, how in God's name am I even doing righteousness by works? I'm just a dead man if I'm doing righteousness by works. So I can never attain righteousness by works. Do you get? So he will preach and I would plug out and I would go back again and all of that. Eventually, I I turned to God after the whole preaching. I was like, God, you're not gonna just keep quiet on this. This man nailed me. Like, so you know how you go listen to a preaching, and then when you're out of the preaching, you're feeling really downcast. You're feeling depressed, and you're like, oh, how do I cover myself?